Hey, I am absolutely flabbergasted and fucking dumbfounded that our three presidential U.S. candidates right now are 73-year-old plus men: Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, Donald Trump. Whacked out. I used to be a huge Bernie Sanders supporter before he fucking capitulated to Hillary Clinton in 2016. He has no idea what he's doing. I appreciate the intention of wanting to fix and change things, but he doesn't give specifics. Yeah, I want to fix our crumbling infrastructure too. What does that mean? Do you want to use fusion power? Do you want to institute cold fusion, Bernie? Have you ever even mentioned cold fusion? Do you know what cold fusion is? Do you know what palladium does? Are you aware of the chemical structure? My guess is no. Joe Biden's fucking going crazy. He's a senile old man. He's gaining dementia. And people think that that you want to put him in charge of the fucking military? And then Donald Trump is like an oil magnet. Like he's just letting us frack the ground so there's earthquakes in Oklahoma or in Ohio. We have like more earthquakes across the United States in the last 4 years because of fracking than we'd ever have on record. This is what we got? This is sick. This is a fucking fantasy. Money is the government right now. Money. Get rich. What are you going to rely on someone else to take care to wipe your fucking ass? Wipe your own ass. Wipe your own fucking ass! Start a business. I mean, what else are you going to do? Wait for someone else to do it for you? You need to get rich, and you need to change the world. The Russians are about to launch fusion power. And I'm cool with that because someone's got to do it. Tabletop cold fusion. You take deuterium, which is a heavy water. It's a deuterium oxide instead of hydrogen dioxide. You have deuterium dioxide. And what deuterium is, the way you do cold fusion, one way to do cold fusion is by taking heavy hydrogen, which is a one proton, instead of a proton electron, which is hydrogen, it's a proton and a neutron and an electron. So it's heavy hydrogen. There's an added neutron. So when you try and fuse hydrogen, they're so light because it's the lightest element that they just fly away from each other. They're too light. But when you add these extra neutrons that gives them all this weight, they bang into each other and create helium. And if you do it with a palladium superstructure, at least this is one way to do it, because palladium is so, I think it's called electrostatic, but the outer valence shell of the palladium atom molecule is fascinatingly unique. It's saturated with electrons. It's like a static orb. It's like this electropressurized chemical that forces the deuterium into itself, and you come out with helium, and it releases a lot of energy when it fuses. And the thing about fusion, that the misnomer about nuclear power is that fusion and fission are somehow similar, and they're completely different processes. Fission is a piece of metal that's in meltdown state, so it can't release its energy, so it keeps cycling it, and it gets hotter and hotter and hotter, and it starts to get hotter and hotter and melt down. But so you put it in water, and the water keeps it from melting down, and it creates steam, and the steam turns cranks, and that's what we call fission nuclear power. But you can't turn it off. So if the water seeps out, it goes into meltdown, and it fucking melts through the ceramic plating or whatever is trying to contain it into the earth, and then it just sits there and is super hot and gets into. It's terribly dirty and dangerous. Fusion, when you stop, you ignite the process, and then it's giving off energy. But then when you stop the energy input, it just stops. There's no state of meltdown potential. It's either on or it's off, and it produces massive amounts of heat once you create what's called ignition. Fusion's amazing, and it's the future of power, and a lot of people are using it right now on Earth. But because power structures are afraid of giving unlimited electricity to your average person for justifiable reasons. I get it. It hasn't been pushed mainstream yet, but you know what? Fucking it's gonna be. The Russians, stopped exporting palladium like a year and a half ago. The value of palladium went from $1,600 an ounce to $2,600 an ounce. And it's going to be mainstream pretty soon, whether you want it or not. So prep. Money talks. Money is the government. The government, the mind control, the current mind control system is money. It's food, it's resources. And we use money as the fucking signature. So either we create like molecular printers so that you can print water and print oil and print food, or it's going to be money until then. And right now it's money. It's money. Money is the government. So get rich. Because that's how you're going to lead the world. Not by voting for somebody else. Hey, if you want to run for office, vote for yourself. I'm down with that if you want to run for office. But I don't trust this fucking system. This paper ballot, you expect me to believe that all these paper ballots are being counted honestly? Have you seen the video of the guy that programmed the device in Florida so that it would flip a vote 5149? I mean, it's a coder that testified in front of an Ohio Congress that he wrote the software that will flip a vote 5149. It's proprietary. It's real software, and I'll put a link in the video so you can watch this guy fucking testify in front of Congress. He's an ex-NASA scientist that wrote the code. And you expect me to believe now that this system is valid? Fuck you. Take control of your reality. It's all we got. It's all we got. You're the leader, man. You. We're a team, but you're in charge. I love you. No, you know what? Let's just fade out. Take it easy, baby.